Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ale Pokemon channel, and today we're recording one of my favourite kinds of videos because it was just new set release day. But before we get into that, as I always mention, do please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoy what you see here today. It would mean a lot to me. We're currently on 106 subs, just over the 100 sub target I set myself a little while ago, obviously on the road to 200 subs, so anybody who does feel like joining up, that would be a massive help. And of course, again, as I always mention, you can follow me on Twitter and Insta at AlePokemon25. I'll put it on the screen. It's probably on the screen now. Lovely, look at it. There it is. Very nice. Now, like I was saying, it is new set release time, specifically Perfect Order, the latest set in the Mega Evolution era. At the time of recording, it is Saturday evening specifically. This released on Friday. I managed to secure some pre-order packs via Magic Madhouse, which have arrived earlier this morning. And today we've got 9 whole packs of the new set. Of course, we've got all the different artworks. We have the Mega Starmie, the Mega Clefable, the Mega Zygarde, and then just the regular old Meowth as well. So that is what we're going to be ripping into. Now, you might have spotted in the background that we already have a couple of cards from this set, which is a little unusual. So what basically happened is I actually went into town a couple of days ago and just dropped into one of the shops that I know has Pokemon cards in stock, and for some reason, I don't know why, but they had Perfect Order packs available, even though, you know, the official release hadn't happened yet. So basically, I decided to just pick up 5 packs, and as I've already managed to secure numerous packs through Magic Madhouse, I decided, you know what, I'm going to rip them for fun. And I did, and we did really well. Out of 5 packs, first off, we got this beautiful Raticate illustration rare with it showing off its big scary teeth in the alley with the Rattatas as well. That's really cool. Obviously, one of the original Pokemon that, you know, often would show up early game when you'd be grinding XP. So that's a really cool one to have. One of the original 151 as an illustration rare. And we also pulled this very nice Mega Skarmory EX Ultra Rare. I think the Mega Ultra Rares look really good, actually. They're really clean. It's sort of like a bit of an evolution of the previous Ultra Rares that you would get from the Pokemon, the different coloured backgrounds. I really like them. Not very effective as an actual card you would use in the TCG, but still very nice. So yeah, we've had some luck already off camera. Like I said, I don't usually make a habit of opening new sets off camera, but like I say, in this scenario, I just thought, you know what, we've already got 24 packs that are tied down for the channel. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. So yeah, so we've already got those. We've already had a taste, but we're here to get a much bigger sample here today as we rip into these packs. So without any further ado, let's get started. We'll start off, of course, with the Mega Starmie, which is sort of a very divisive Mega design, basically. They've just sort of given it legs, which is interesting. I think the SIR is probably one of the bigger hits from the set. Of course, there's also the Zygarde and the Clefable are sort of the main other ones as well. I have seen bits and pieces from this set online. You know, I generally try not to dive into it too much so I can keep myself spoiler-free. Obviously, I've already opened some packs, so there's still a lot to see here. So let's take off the code card. For the energy, Fire Energy was the first one that popped in my mind. Oh, and we're right. Okay, straight off the bat, 1 down. That could be a good sign. Could we be in luck? Oh, that's another good sign. First off, we have a Ghastly, another one of the original 151, just sort of chilling on the street, you know, as you do when you're a ghost Pokemon. We have an Esper, the cute little cat. Of course, Perfect Order is quite a small set. It's only an 88 card set. So hopefully that should make it easier to complete. The Salandit, the little fire lizard, chilling out in amongst the volcanoes by the looks of it. Oh, a Fletch thing. One of my tattoo artists actually really likes this Pokemon line, and I've already pulled the full line. I actually pulled it in one of those packs we got the other day, so I'm actually putting these to one side to give to them. So we'll put that to one side. Oh, okay, we have a Barbaracle, which evolves from Binacle. That's a very cool artwork. We were just doing the attack, and you can see a bunch of water and rocks flying up in the background. That's a nice little artwork. Oh, an Aromatisse with Scent Collection and Draining Kiss. That's a cool artwork. Who's that by? That is by Mariu. Okay, that's cool. But that's a cool artwork. We have a Rosa's Encouragement. You can use this card only if you have more prize cards remaining in your opponent. Attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Stage 2 Pokemon. And on to our first reverse. We have a Growing Grass Energy. So basically, it looks like it's just a regular grass energy, but it also gives some XP as well, so that's interesting. We have an Aegislash reverse as well, and on the end, just a rocky ground type energy. So that's our first pack down. No major hits, but there were definitely some in there that I need after the first 5 packs we opened. The thing about this set that I'm excited about is, you know, if you've been on the channel for a while, you'll know that I'm very much a master set collector. That's what I'm into. I just like, you know, being able to complete an entire set. So for me, this kind of set is perfect. It's a lot smaller. The Pokemon that are in it are not as highly sought after, because if you look at Mega, you know, the first base set, we had the Lucario and the Gardevoir, which are really popular Pokemon. Of course, Phantasmal Flames, Charizard, also very popular, and then Ascended Heroes is just one of those massive sets as well, with, you know, Gengar and Dragonite and all sorts in it. So this is the first one that's a little bit more chill, which means, you know, I've seen reports that scalpers are kind of leaving this set alone. I'm hoping demand's going to be a lot less, and then it's better for me because it means it's a set I might actually be able to master set. There will be one of the Mega Hyper Rares, the Mega Zygarde, but again, fingers crossed, because it's not as desirable as a Pokemon. It'll be a little bit cheaper, and you never know, we could be lucky and pull it from a pack. So this might be the first Mega Evolution set I actually try to master. But anyway, enough of me chatting on. Let's remove the code card for the energy. We're 1 for 1 today. I'm going to go with Lightning Energy. And no, there we go. Our streak is done. The odds were always low, but we have to give it a try. Okay, so here we go. Pack number 2. We have an Ariados that evolves from Spinarak with Poison Ring. Looks like it's just climbing down some leaves, I think. Oh no, it looks like it's climbing down a web that it's made, maybe. Interesting. We have Staryu, of course, one of the classic original 151s that evolves into the Starmie, potentially the Mega Starmie we might see. Another Fletchling, okay. We need the rest of the line. Oh, speaking of, there we go, Fletchinder. That's the second one. So now I'm just looking for a Talonflame, and then I'll be able to give Breb, who was referenced in my recent short, the full line as a gift. A Turtonator with Shell Spikes and Heat Breath. Naveen. So you can draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Before drawing cards, you may discard any number of cards from your hand. So, you know, basically, it's just a way to reset your hand. We have a Hippowdon with its big teeth, and then I'm guessing possibly it's a trainer in the background. Again, I don't play the games or watch the anime or anything, so, you know, I know the trainers and stuff from cards, but that's literally it. So I can tell you, oh, okay, there we go. A Staryu reverse, that's a nice one to get. Probopass reverse with the big nose and the mustache. He's a fun Pokemon. And then on the end, there we go, our first regular EX from Perfect Order, a Salazzle EX, the sexy fire lizard, with Nasty Plot. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck, and Dire Nails, which is 100 damage, and also burns and poisons your opponent's Pokemon. Although you do have to switch it out when you use that. So that's an interesting little card there. So yeah, we will pop that into the background. There we go, our first EX. Pop that in between our other 2 hits that we've gotten so far. Like I say, considering we only opened 5 packs, 2 secret rares is pretty mad in terms of our luck. So definitely no complaints there. Here we go. Pack number 3 already got a hit. It is the Mega Zygarde. Again, the main sort of Pokemon that's featured in this set. Like I say, it's a more recent Pokemon, so I don't know a lot about it, but I know that, you know, it's not super popular again. So this reminds me a bit more of like a Shrouded Fable, or maybe even a Temporal Forces type of set, which are obviously ones from the Scarlet and Violet era. I couldn't think of my words there, that I've been collecting. Energy card. Metal was the first one that came to mind. Okay, and we're right. 2 out of 3 so far. Luck definitely does appear to be on our side today. And here we go. Pack number 3. We have a Scatterbug. He's a cute little fella. I like that he's got his little, like, I assume it's a tooth. Little tooth sticking out. It makes him look a little bit derpy and a little bit cute. Oh, there we go. Haunter. So I actually managed to pull both of the Gengars from those previous 5 packs. There's a holo and a reverse, which is very nice to get, but we didn't pull a Haunter, so there we go. We've got the full line now. That's very nice. Oh, the regular Probopass that we just saw the reverse of. Snorlax, very nice. I did pull one of these, but I'm a fan of that. Snorlax, again, he's a classic boy. You can't go wrong with him, really. Vivillon, the cute little moth slash butterfly type thing. An Aegislash, an Energy Swatter, So basically, if they've got an energy card in their hand, you can put it to the bottom of the deck. Onto our reverses, we have the Hippowdon, an antique sail fossil, and on the end, just a Chien Pao. But that's the first one of that we've got, so we do need that for our collection. The sort of ice, I guess, is it a snow leopard, is it probably meant to be? The hatred those who perished by the sword long ago has clad itself in snow and become a Pokemon. Okay. That sounds like it's got some interesting lore. But there we go. So we're 3 packs down. Only 1 hit so far. But again, still got 6 packs left to go. And again, I didn't mention before, but I've got another 12 packs that are being delivered in the next couple of days. So this is just going to be part 1 of the Perfect Order opening. So next week, we will be back with another opening. And this time we'll be opening 12 packs. I managed to get 24 packs total, as I mentioned before. I think what I've decided is I'm going to hold 3 of them back for a future set battle video. So that will be on the channel at some point in the future. So like I say, 9 packs today, and then we'll do 12 next week. And like I say, hopefully between them, we'll be getting some tasty hits, because, you know, it's basically 2/3 of a booster box that we'll be opening, plus the 5 are already open. So almost a whole booster box worth of packs by the time we're done with them all. So here we go, energy timer on 2 out of 3. Grass, again, was the first one that popped in my head. And no, okay, but I'll take 50-50. I'll take a 50-50 success record. And here we go, on to our next pack, pack number 4. We have the Clef Key, a literal, just a set of keys. Oh, a Binacle that evolves into a Bibaracle, just, you know, chilling on the street in front of some buildings. Rowlet, very cute little fella, the little cute owl Pokemon. We do like Rowlet. The Antique Jaw Fossil, which evolves into Tyrant, which, if I remember rightly, is the ETB promo is a Tyrant. A Lumiose Galette. Okay, so it allows you to heal 20 damage and remove a special condition from your active Pokemon. Oh, Shaman, the cute little grass guy. It can dissolve toxins in the air to instantly transform ruined land into a lush field of flowers. Conserving the planet there. Good work, Shaman. We have a Judge. Onto our reverses, Mawile. That's the first one we've seen of that. I think this tower that we see in the background, I believe, is from Lumiose City in the games. Again, I'm not familiar, but I believe that's what that is. We have a Salandit reverse, and on the end, oh, there we go, our first Mega EX, and it is the Mega Starmie with them long, sexy legs, with Jetting Blow and Nebula Beam. So Jetting Blow also does 50 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and Nebula Beam. The damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. So that's pretty cool. We've got our first Mega EX. Again, I've said this before, I think the Mega EXs look really cool, especially with like the art and stuff, you know, these colour splashes going over the borders. They are very clean. So we'll pop that in the back as well. I did actually forget to get sleeves out before I started recording this. So if we pull something big, I will have to take a quick pause. But so far, I'm fine with the EXs being left on there. So there we go, our first Mega Starmie. Of course, we would love the SIR, that's like, say, one of the big chase cards, and this is a Mega Starmie pack. So let's rip this bad boy open. Is that pack number 5 we're on now? Yes, pack number 5. So we've not been quite as lucky as those 5 packs the other day, but we have still got 2 hits, and again, 2 hits out of 4 packs is not bad going by any stretch of the imagination. We'll take off the code card. Can I keep my guessing in the positive? I'm going to say Psychic Energy, and no, it's a ground/fighting, so we slip down to 2 out of 5. But here we go, pack number 5. We have Dedenne, the cute little fire rodent, a Spritzy, very cute little bird Pokemon. I believe it's technically a bird. Sorry, it's hard to read it in this when I'm looking at on my screen. In the past, rather than using perfume, royal ladies carried a Spritzy that would waft the fragrance they liked. Okay, yeah, sorry, I was doing a combination of trying to read it on the actual card and trying to read it on my phone screen, and it didn't really work. The Ariados that we saw before, Clef Key, the little set of keys, a Meow Stick that evolves from the Esper we pulled earlier. Oh, there we go, Tarragon, so that's the name of that trainer that we saw earlier on the Hippowdon card. A Diggersby, the digging bunny rabbit, I guess is what it is. Oh, there, okay, lovely. A Snorlax reverse, so we've got both of those Snorlaxes now. A Barbaracle reverse, which I think was what we got earlier. And on the end, just a Luxray, but again, that's another one we haven't got. So that will be going into our binder. Working towards the master set. Moving on. Pack number 6, so this will be 2/3 of the way through, with the Mega Clefable on the front. look. Here we go. I'm taking off the code card for the energy. Fire popped into my head, so I'm going to go with that. I know it's grass, close, but no cigar. So now we're 2 for 6. Our initial hot run of luck has fallen down, it seems. First up, we have Amora. So what's the deal with this fella? This ancient Pokemon restored from a part of its body that had been frozen in ice for 100 million years. So one of the fossils that we pulled before, it's one of those, like the Ammonites and the Kabuto from the original line. Okay, Bunnelby. Don't believe we've got that. He's a cute little fella. Just chilling outside a house, presumably in Lumio City. Hippopotas, that evolves into... Sorry, Hippopotas, that evolves into Hippodon. Ooh, a Dartrix. So there is a Decidueye in this set. And I've always thought that's a pretty cool line, the Rowlet all the way up to the Decidueye. Ooh, Luxio, the middle evolution that would get us our Luxray that we saw before. Ooh, Pokepad, big money. Now, I'm rich, bitch! I'm joking, just this is very playable at the moment, so it's relatively sought after by competitive players. A Jacinth, which heals 150 damage from one of your Psychic Pokemon. Seems pretty useful if you're running a Psychic deck. Then, onto our reverses. We have a Potion reverse to heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. Oh, there we go. Okay, our first big hit. And it's a nice one. Look at that art. That is gorgeous. The Clefairy pointing up in the sky. This is why I always say, man, the illustration rares are so nice. That's such a clean artwork right there. Lovely. I don't really know what the values of any of this set is, obviously other than the biggest hits, but it wouldn't surprise me if this is worth a couple of quid, considering it's Clefairy and it's a very nice card. And then on the end, oh, the Tyrantrum. So we need this as well. I believe this is one of the holographics we haven't, but like I mentioned, I forgot my sleeves, so we're going to take a brief pause because I need to sleeve up this bad boy. Okay, so there we go. I've grabbed a couple of sleeves. Let's protect this lovely card. So nice. Such a nice illustration, right? Let's just take another look. Beautiful. So I think what we'll do is we'll pop away the Raticate. We'll also protect our EXs because, again, you know, these are the first time we've pulled these. And again, any hits I always like to sleeve up. So let's take our Salazzle. Let's take off our Mega Skarmory and our Mega Starmie there. Just another quick look at the Mega Starmie. Pop that in there. But yeah, 6 packs in, 2 EXs, and an illustration rare, I would say, is very good going. So there we go. Let's pop our Clefairy, of course, our biggest hit so far. Right in the centre. Our Salazzle, just behind. And then our Mega Starmie as well. Lovely. That's a very nice looking backdrop. Hopefully we'll have another card or 2 to add to that before we are done today. Down to the last 3 packs. A Mega Zygarde, a Meowth, and a Mega Starmie artwork. But like I say, I've been pretty lucky so far. I'd maybe, fingers crossed, maybe a little greedy, but another secret rare would be lovely. Let's have a look and see what we're going to get out of pack number 7. Lucky number 7, maybe? We can hope. Taking off the code card for the energy. I'm going to go ground/fighting. And no, it's electric energy, so not quite. Still only 2 correct so far on the energies. Of course, you can guess along at home. First up, we have an energy search, which is pretty self-explanatory. You can find an energy card in your deck.
It does exactly what it says on the tin.
We have the Staryu. Again, this is quite a small set, so we are obviously going to see a lot of repeats, especially the commons and that kind of thing. Binacle, that we saw before. The Dartrix. Lumio City. So yes, I was correct. It is the tower from Lumio City. So once during each player's turn, this player may search their deck for a base Pokemon and put it onto their bench. Then that player shuffles their deck. If a player searches their deck in that way, that turn ends. So basically, I guess that's a good way to find some cards if you're really down bad. Oh, there we go. The Talonflame. This is a Shinji Kanda artwork. So that's the last one we need to gift the Breb. So I will put that to one side for them, so I can give that to them. We have Core Memory. So this is interesting. So it looks like this is something you can attach to a Zygarde, and then it allows it to use this attack, which I haven't come across before. I don't know if that's just Zygarde's thing in the games. That's how it works? But it seems like an interesting mechanic. Like I say, it's not something I've come across for the TCG. Oh, there we go. Another reverse Gengar. So like I say, we did pull one the other day, but that's the second reverse Gengar that we've pulled. And Amora reverse. And on the end, there we go, our second hit. A Rosa's Encouragement Ultra Rare. So this is the card that we saw earlier. We got the normal version of this, and there we go, we have the Ultra Rare. Like I say, sometimes the trainers can be worth a little bit, especially, you know, if it's a cute female one, to be honest. Like, there's definitely the sort of simp tax almost that you get on these guys' cards. But there we go, our second secret rare hit. So I'm going to shuffle over the Salazzle a little bit there to make room. And there we go. So we're doing all right so far. 4 secret rares from this set. Like I say, depending on how things play out, this may well end up being the first one. The first Mega Evolution set I do try and master set, depending on where the prices of the bigger hits end up landing and if we're lucky enough to pull any of them. But here we go. Okay, you're going to be a problem, Rosa. I'm going to have to move you. Are you going to mess up my focus? Yeah, I think it's... Okay, no, it seems fine. Now, there we go. We'll carry on. Hopefully that won't be an issue. So here we go, onto the Meowth. We haven't actually seen a Meowth yet, I don't think. I assume there's a common Meowth in this set. Like I said, I could be wrong. I could be having short-term memory loss, but I don't feel like we've seen one. So let's pop that over there. And here we go. The code card. Now, what are we going to guess? Dark Energy. Dark Energy. Nope, Fire Energy. We're on a bad streak. We started off hot, but we're not doing so well now when it comes to the energy guesses. But here we go. Mawile, again, stood in front of the Lumio City Tower. Rattata, chilling out in the field. Honedge, that evolves into Doublade and then Aegislash, if I remember the line correctly. Ooh, Spinarak. We saw the Ariados a couple of times earlier with the little face on its bum. Oh, Raticate, so the regular version of the illustration rare Raticate that we managed to pull with its big old teeths. Oh, the regular Rosa's Encouragement that we pulled before. A Vivillon, or Vivillon, I guess, there's no I at the end. Oh, Spinarak reverse, or 2 Spinaraks in this pack. A Scatterbug reverse, and then on the end, oh, a Telepathic Energy. Okay, so there's obviously a few of these different ones. So it provides Psychic Energy. When you attach this card from your hand to a Psychic Pokemon, search deck for 2 basic Psychic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Okay, interesting. So again, this could be something that's happened previously in the TCG, but, you know, it's new to me in terms of these energies. But I feel like we must have got a fair few of those holographic ones now. And oh my goodness, here we are. It's the final pack. That went by quickly. Feel like this is the thing, obviously, like I say, with a smaller set, you do find yourself almost sort of rushing through a little bit, because obviously once you've seen the cards, there's only so much you can say about them. But here we go. Maybe a bit of last pack magic. We've done pretty well. 9 packs in. 4 hits so far, so basically a 50-50 hit rate. So the pull rates for me seem pretty good so far. Like I say, what? This would be... By the time we finish with this pack, we'd be on 14 packs, and we'd be on... This would be 6 hits, so nearly 50%. If we've got another hit out of this pack, we'll be on a 50% hit rate. So, again, it's hard to say, small sample size, but just maybe that it's good hit rates with this set. Taking off the code card, the final guess for the energy, I'm going to say Water Energy, and no, it is Darkness. So we just finished on 2. Let me know in the comments how you did, if you managed to guess more than me. Of course, on the honor system, I'll be relying on you being honest with me. But here we go, final pack time, maybe a bit of last pack magic. We have the Bunnelby, the Crushing Hammer that allows you to remove an energy from your opponent's Pokemon, an Amora, Spinarak, oh, a Drapion, we haven't seen that fella yet, with Rackdown and Hazardous Tail, a Judge, Volcanion, which is a water type, but I believe that is right, actually, if I remember right, it's technically water/fire, because I think it uses water to make steam and then attacks. Again, I don't know a massive amount, but I believe that's the law. And here we go, we're already on the last 3 packs. We have a Judge reverse, a Pokeball reverse, and the last card in the opening today is going to be just a Landorus holographic, but again, it's not one we've pulled, so that will go into our binder and help us fill out our collection. But overall, 9 packs today. Like I say, we've got another 12 coming next week, so definitely do subscribe if you've enjoyed and you want to see that video to see what we can get next time. But like I say, 9 packs, 4 hits, nearly a 50% hit rate. Of course, that's on top of the 2 that, like I mentioned, we did pull the other day. So first off, we got the Salazzle, the sexy lizard. The Megastarmie EX, sadly not the SIR, but still nice to have. The Rosa's Encouragement Ultra Rare. which is technically a higher rarity, but I have to say I think the star of this opening has to be this Clefairy. Such a pretty art. The clouds look beautiful with all the pinks and the blues. It's just relaxing out there. Looks like almost close to a cliff edge with all the scenery. Just a happy little fella. We love to see it. So Perfect Order has been treating us pretty well so far. Like I say, that's going to be 14 packs we've opened so far, 5 off camera, 6 hits, 4 secret rares.
Oh, damn it. Storage space full.
So Perfect Order has been very kind to us so far. Like I said, we'll be back next week with another 12 packs to open. And like I mentioned, there will be a set battles appearance of Perfect Order at some point in the future, although it may be a little while from now. If you did enjoy the video, do please consider liking and subscribing. Like I say, especially if you want to check out the next opening next weekend. Like I say, follow me on Twitter and Insta if that is your bag. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. I hope you guys get to rip some packs yourselves soon. Take care of yourselves and peace.